Rawan and the Silent Sanctuary. Rawan lived in a house with a garden that looked like a rainbow had spilled over the fence. Every morning, she put on her favorite sun hat and skipped outside to greet her tiny friends. She loved the way the daisies danced and the sunflowers reached for the sky. To Rawan, the garden was the most magical place in the world. But one afternoon, the peace was shattered. A giant, yellow construction truck rumbled down the street. Vroom, clatter, honk. The noise was so loud it made the windows shake. Rawan covered her ears and squeezed her eyes shut, waiting for the evil noise to pass by. When the truck was gone, the garden felt different. Rawan looked at her favorite rose bush. Usually it was humming with busy bees, but now it was still. She saw a single, spotted butterfly fluttering frantically away from the road, looking for a place to hide. "Don't go," Rawan whispered, but the garden stayed silent and lonely. The next day at school, Rawan couldn't stop thinking about her missing friends. She went to see her teacher, Miss Nadia. "Miss Nadia, the loud trucks scared the bees away," Rawan explained. "Will they ever come back? My garden feels like it's holding its breath." Miss Nadia sat down and opened a large book. "You see, Rawan, pollinators like bees and butterflies are very sensitive," she said. "They use sound and vibrations to find their way. When the evil noise becomes too loud, they can't hear the flowers calling to them. Without them, our fruits and vegetables won't grow." Rawan knew she had to take action. She couldn't stop the trucks, but she could protect her garden. She grabbed her sketchbook and began to draw. "I will build a silent sanctuary," she declared. She planned to create a shield made of nature to keep the scary sounds out. Rawan asked her neighbor, Zain, to help. Together, they carried heavy pots of thick, evergreen bushes to the edge of the yard. "These will be our sound catchers," Rawan told him. They worked hard, digging holes and tucking the roots into the cool earth to create a soft, living wall. While Rawan finished the planting, Zain used his art supplies to make something special. He painted bright wooden boards with pictures of sleeping bees and quiet stars. "The humans need to know the rules of a sanctuary," Zain said, holding up a sign that read, "Quiet Zone, Flowers at Work." Rawan and Zain placed the signs all along the sidewalk. Rawan noticed a neighbor walking by and leaned in close. "We're being quiet for the bees," she whispered. The neighbor smiled and began to walk on her tiptoes. Slowly, the whole street started to feel a little more peaceful. Rawan sat perfectly still on her garden bench, waiting and watching. The air was soft, and the noise of the city felt far away. Suddenly, she heard a tiny, familiar sound. "Beesy, beesy." A fuzzy bumblebee landed right on a purple clover near her feet. Rawan's heart did a happy dance. Soon, the garden was busier than ever. Butterflies returned to taste the nectar, and the bees moved from bloom to bloom. A few weeks later, Rawan visited Miss Nadia with a heavy basket. "Look," Rawan said. "The silence worked. We have the biggest, sweetest strawberries in the neighborhood." Rawan learned that being a hero didn't always mean being loud. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is create a quiet space for others to thrive. Now, whenever the world gets too noisy, Rawan knows exactly where to go, her very own silent sanctuary, where the only music is the hum of a happy garden.